It is time now for the Muletrain news program on this Thursday, January the 14th, 2021. Brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Go to the front page of our website, MuleshoeTV.com. And on our front page, we have the live stream from Monday, late afternoon's Muleshoe City Council meeting, the regular session meeting for the month of January. And at the very first of that program from our live stream, you can see Muleshoe Police Chief Gary McCone present to two of his officers, Lieutenant Benny Parker and Beatrice Mendoza, Lifesaver Awards. They tell all about how they came to receive these life-saving commendations from the city of Muleshoe. They saved an infant's life on November the 19th here in Muleshoe. Also talking about the incident is Gene Wilton with Bayley County EMS. So watch that at the first of that Muleshoe City Council meeting for sure. And right after that, also a very interesting open forum discussion with Muleshoe resident Lindsay Garcia as she talked with the City Council about getting especially the cat population, feral cat population, under control here in the city of Muleshoe. All that available free of charge on demand. The front page of our website, MuleshoeTV.com. Also, it's available as a live stream through Facebook Live on our Gillam and Channel 6 Muleshoe pages, as well on our YouTube channel, Gillam Advertising. Congratulations, as Bayley County Electric Cooperative Association has recently given service awards to several of their employees. They include Joel Sinclair for 45 years of service with Bayley County Electric, John Villalobos for 25 years, Tony Fullen for 20 years, Joe Don Wilcox has worked at Bayley County Electric for 10 years, and those with 5-year service awards were recently recognized: Irene Anguiano, Josh Stanford, Susie Brown. All these service awards were presented by the CEO and BCEC President David Markle, Joel Sinclair, Operations Manager, Technical Services and Safety Superintendent Kim Black, and the Office Manager Ruth Lance. Those that were awarded service awards have a combined 115 years serving the members of the Bayley County Electric Cooperative Association. Well, Sunday morning, we finally got some moisture here in Muleshoe as it begins snowing, and we got over 3 inches of snow here at Channel 6 and a total of over 32 100ths of an inch of moisture here at Channel 6 in our backyard as well. You can see the video on the front page of our website of that snow, MuleshoeTV.com, of course, brought to you by K&K Pharmacy. Most of our area churches canceled their services on Sunday morning. First Baptist did have their live stream at 11 a.m., and you can see that on our website as well, MuleshoeTV.com. Click on the First Baptist tab. The weather forecast is being brought to you now by K&K Pharmacy. First, a message from our sponsor. K&K Pharmacy is your local pharmacy, locally owned right here in Muleshoe, 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them 806-272-7511. It's a new year. Make a new you out of it. Make your dream of losing weight a reality. They have all the tools available at K&K Pharmacy and plans to help you lose weight in this new year of 2021. Call today for your free consultation, 806-272-7511. K&K Pharmacy. Losing weight will help you feel better, look better, be more active, be healthier, and have more energy. Free weight loss consultation available now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard. Call them for your consultation, 272-7511. Well, looking at our forecast for today on Thursday for the Muleshoe area, sunny conditions, high near 48 degrees, windy with a north wind 20 to 30 miles per hour, decreasing later in the day to 10 to 20 miles per hour. Winds could gust as high as 45 miles per hour today in the afternoon hours. Mostly clear, low around 15 tonight. North winds around 5 miles per hour. Then tomorrow on Friday, sunny, high near 47 degrees. Northwest winds 5 to 15 miles per hour. Friday night, mostly clear, low around 19. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming west-southwest after midnight. Beginning the weekend, For Muleshoe, Saturday, mostly sunny, high near 54 degrees, so a bit warmer. West-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming east in the afternoon. Saturday night, partly cloudy, low around 21. East-northeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming northwest after midnight. Sunday, sunny, high near 53 degrees again in the same area as Saturday. Northwest winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south in the afternoon. Sunday night, mostly clear, low around 26. On Monday for Martin Luther King Day, sunny, high near 61 degrees. Southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, becoming north in the afternoon hours. Partly cloudy Monday night, low around 25. A chance of rain and snow for Tuesday next week for Muleshoe, partly sunny, high near 42 degrees. Tuesday night, a slight chance of rain and snow, mostly cloudy, low around 20. Wednesday, mostly sunny, high near 50. So a pretty typical forecast for the Muleshoe area for the next 7 days for this winter season, with some rain and snow chances on the day next week for Tuesday going into Tuesday night. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. We'll be back with more Muletrain news. First, a message from our sponsors, the First Bank and Leal's Mexican Restaurant. In an effort to keep up with the latest fraud protection available, First Bank of Muleshoe's My Mobile Money app has been replaced with Secure Lock Equip. Secure Lock Equip is very similar to My Mobile Money, as it is an easy-to-use mobile app that puts the power to protect your debit cards in your hands, and it's available to all participating card holders. It empowers First Bank's customers to prevent fraud if your card is lost or stolen simply by turning your card off from your phone. Control spending by setting limits on withdrawals or transactions. Customize spending ability of online, mobile, or in-store purchases. Set alert notifications for each time a transaction is made. Block international or out-of-area transactions as well. Download the Secure Lock Equip app from Google Play for Android phones or at the App Store for iPhones. Follow the steps to connect to your First Bank of Muleshoe debit cards. If you need more information or help, you can call the First Bank here in Muleshoe, 806-272-4515. Check them out online, fbmuleshoe.com. The First Bank Secure Lock Equip, available now for Android or iPhone through the Google Play Store or the App Store. The First Bank is member FDIC.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Jesse Leal continues his family's tradition of service to the Muleshoe area into a third generation with the launch of his new business, Muleshoe Delivery Service. He makes it easy for you to stay safe during these uncertain times with his personalized delivery service from any store or restaurant in Muleshoe straight to your front door or office. You choose your date and time frame, pay the small shopping fee to Muleshoe Delivery Service up front through his secure website at muleshoedelivery.com. Type in your shopping list and then pay the shopping bill upon delivery. You can also place your order with Jesse by liking his Facebook page at facebook.com/Muleshoe Delivery and sending him a private message, or simply calling him at 806-205-6936. He will deliver straight to your doorstep from United, Food King, K&K Pharmacy, Leal's, McDonald's, Sonic, the Dinner Bell, Frying Cox, Higginbotham's, Mohawk Auto Parts, O'Reilly's, either of the dollar stores, and many others. Fast and dependable, Jesse Leal at Muleshoe Delivery Service. Book your delivery now on his website at muleshoedelivery.com or facebook.com/Muleshoe Delivery, or simply call him at 806-205-6936. Jesse Leal at Muleshoe Delivery Service. Well, we had a lot of fun last Saturday filming that ad with Jesse Leal. You can see the full video of it on our Facebook pages along with our YouTube channel for the Muleshoe Delivery Service. But Jesse's a great guy and carrying on his family's tradition of serving right here in the Muleshoe area with his Muleshoe Delivery Service business and we urge that you use them, and we enjoyed spending a Saturday afternoon filming that commercial with Jesse Leal. Of course, his grandmother is Irma here in Muleshoe, and his parents, Sergio and Tracy. Sergio runs Leal's Tortilla Factory. We are going to film in the very near future an update here at Dillman Elementary in town with Letty Tovar and a lot of her staff, teachers, and students. So look for that coming up shortly in the next week, an update on all the goings-on and new programs there at Dillman Elementary that will be coming up here in the very near future. Next week in town here at First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, they are planning on restarting their youth program. Wednesday, January the 20th, they'll begin at the Fellowship Hall here at First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with a pizza dinner. Send $2 with your children. At 6:30, they'll dismiss, and the youth will go to the Activity Center on Avenue B. Transportation will be provided. Then the kids will stay at the church and meet in the Old Fellowship Hall. Dismissal for kids at the church will be at 7:20, and then at 7:45, they will dismiss the youth students at the Activity Center. If you have any questions or comments, you can call Abby at the church office, 806-272-4224. Again, First Baptist Church Youth here in Muleshoe is going to begin back up on Wednesday, January the 20th. They're starting back up their Wednesday noon Bible study at the First United Methodist Church here in Muleshoe with Angela Carter leading those programs. They are going through now Paul's first letter to the church in Corinth is what they're studying at this Bible study. And if you're interested, it's every Wednesday at noon. They ask that you bring your Bible, and also you can bring lunch with you if you want to, as they read and discuss Paul's letter, first letter to the church in Corinth with Angela Carter at the First United Methodist Church. Also, Grief Share continues. Their first one was this week, but you can still catch Grief Share. It's every Monday at 5:30 at the Life Tree Cafe room at the First United Methodist Church. And also, there's a ladies' Bible study that is starting to meet again on Monday mornings at 9 a.m. at the First United Methodist Church with Joe Ellen Cowart, the leader. Youth is back in action as well, as they just started that back up at the First United Methodist Church, and it's on Wednesdays. And their first youth program, they had 17 kids with the leader there, who is Robbie and Victoria Bomer. If you want any information about any of these programs at First Methodist Church, you can call them 806-272-5517. St. Anne's Catholic Church is preparing for their German sausage dinner. It will be Sunday, January the 31st from 11:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the St. Anne's Parish Hall on 3rd Street in Bovina. They'll be serving homemade German sausage, creamed potatoes and gravy, green beans, sauerkraut, relish plate, homemade bread, homemade desserts, tea or coffee. It's $12 for adults or $6 for children under the age of 6. Of course, takeout plates are available at no additional charge. Sausage will be available for purchase the day of the dinner, or you can contact any St. Anne's member prior to the dinner. They make regular sausage, jalapeno, or green chili sausage. Again, their German sausage dinner is Sunday, January the 31st at 11:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. at the St. Anne's Parish Hall on 3rd Street in Bovina. Well, the 2021 Bayley County Junior Livestock Show is set for next week, Friday, January the 22nd, beginning at 8 a.m. in the morning. And they will kick off there at the Bayley County Coliseum with the Rabbit Show, judged by Teresa DeSautel. Chickens will follow with Marcus Pruninger. Sheep and goats will be judged by Michael Collins. Then they will take a break for lunch, and then right after lunch at 1, start up with the Pig Show, and beef cattle will follow, both judged by Kyle Stevens. And then the Dairy Cattle Show, judged by Leanne Vanderlaan. The announcer will be Jim Daniels. And then the next day on Saturday, January the 23rd, at noon, they will begin with a premium sale. That's a Bayley County Junior Livestock Show next week, Friday, January 22nd, beginning at 8 a.m. at the Bayley County Coliseum. Now, they're not going to have a concession stand this year due to the COVID-19, but outside the building, they will have several food trucks available there for you to eat at. and we will be doing a live stream broadcast. We've already run a test there at the Coliseum, and 5 Area is going to help us out. We thank them very much as they're going to up the internet speed as they need a little bit more to do our live stream, but we'll be there to broadcast all day long, beginning at 8 a.m. until the last of the Dairy Cattle Show, and of course the Jimmy Dale Black Showmanship Award that will follow that. We'll be broadcasting that entire thing all day long on Friday, January 22nd. We probably will, in our broadcast, take a break during the lunch hour from about 12 until 1 to rest a lot of our equipment so it doesn't overheat as we're out there all day long. But look for the rabbit show, chicken show, sheep show, goat show, pig show, beef cattle, dairy show, and then, of course, the Jimmy Dale Black Showmanship Award. They are having a gun raffle associated with this year's Livestock show to raise funds. They are raffling off a Kimber Stainless .45 pistol, a Diamondback DB-15 AR-15, a Weatherby Orion 1 over-under 12-gauge shotgun. You can get your tickets. They are $10 each from any Livestock Show board member, or call the Extension office to purchase tickets, 806-272-4583. The drawing will take place for these 3 guns on Saturday, January 23rd at noon during the premium sale. Again, to get your tickets, call 806-272-4583. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments, so please stay tuned. First Bank and Trust, formerly AIM Bank, right here in Muleshoe at 101 West American Boulevard. They're open 9 a.m. till 3 p.m., and they're deeply invested in the Muleshoe area. They're convenient drive-thrus there on the south end of the building. Also an ATM. Call 806-272-4561. First Bank and Trust, right here in Muleshoe, Texas, 101 West American Boulevard, member FDIC.
Hello, I'm Keith Kobe with the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic. As we continue in this pandemic, your health is our utmost concern. We continue to work diligently to make the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic a safe place for you and your family. Most importantly, during this time, it is essential to keep up with your routine exams so we can help you address your medical problems before they get out of control. As always, please continue to practice CDC guidelines by wearing a mask in public areas and while visiting us. Please remember to stay 6 feet apart and wash or sanitize your hands frequently. Call the Muleshoe Family Medicine Clinic so we can help you living a healthy life.
That's 806-272-7531. Well, our last update on COVID-19 numbers here in Bayley County was Monday, January the 11th, from the Muleshoe Bayley County Emergency Management Group. There are, as of Monday, 24 active cases here in Bayley County. That is down from 32 a week prior, and the death number has remained, sadly, at 13, but we're glad no new deaths over the past week due to COVID-19. Please continue to remember to wear a mask, social distance, wash your hands 20 minutes with soap and water, clean frequently touch surfaces with cleaning solution, avoid large crowds. If you're out in on the go and can't wash your hands frequently, then try to use hand sanitizer frequently. Also, there is going on right now during this pandemic, today and tomorrow, Thursday, January 14th, and Friday, January the 15th from 10 a.m. till 4 p.m., free COVID-19 testing at the Bayley County Coliseum. You can register online at gogettested.com. That's free oral COVID-19 testing. No requirements for testing, no eating or drinking 15 minutes prior to the test. Easy scheduling at gogettested.com. You'll get results in 48 to 96 hours. Positive results will receive a medical consultation from a healthcare provider. That's right here in Muleshoe. Free COVID-19 testing going on today, Thursday, January 14th, and Friday, January 15th, 10 a.m. till 4 p.m. at the Bayley County Coliseum, 2206 West American Boulevard. Also, it's probably smart to keep handy this phone number in case you start feeling sick. You can call the COVID-19 hotline available by the Bayley County EMS at 833 367-4390, extension 4. Leave a detailed message if no one answers, and they will get back to you. And if you have symptoms or have questions about COVID-19, the Bayley County EMS hotline again is 833-367-4390, extension 4. Well, featured on Tuesday's Plainview Herald newspaper was a story about Francisco Gonzalez, who is a Muleshoe resident and the custodian at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe, about his harrowing COVID-19 story. We'll read a little bit of it, but you can go to our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe, and we put the link to the Plainview Herald's website where you can read it in its entirety. It initially felt like a bad case of allergies. Francisco Gonzalez had been dealing with headaches and just wasn't feeling well when he visited a doctor in Muleshoe on November the 4th. It was the first Wednesday of November, and he'd been feeling sick all weekend. He was tested for COVID-19 during that appointment, but the results came back negative, and his symptoms were chalked up to an upper respiratory infection. The doctor said, "If you don't feel better by Friday, come back and see me," recalled Diane Gonzalez, Francisco's wife. Francisco was sent home with some antibiotics, and it seemed all was well until Thursday night when his health went into a sudden downward spiral. The family didn't sleep much as Francisco started feeling really sick and having trouble breathing. "We were all up until about 4 a.m., his wife said. By 8 a.m., it seemed, the household was spiraling into chaos. Francisco woke up and had trouble walking. His balance was off. He was experiencing trouble hearing. He asked his wife to help him to the bathroom. She walked him there and headed to the kitchen where she remembers drinking a glass of orange juice before she felt her head spinning and passed out. I managed to get up," Diane said, but she passed out again a few minutes later. Francisco yelled for help from their middle daughter, Samantha, who lives with them. Samantha helped her mom while her husband helped her dad. At this point, both resisted the idea of going to the doctor. Francisco, who experienced increasingly difficulty breathing, wanted to wait it out. "I'll get better in an hour," he told his worried family. He didn't get better. By afternoon, the family managed to borrow an oxygen tank and monitor. His oxygen level was at 50%. After 2 or 3 hours of trying to get it stable, Samantha drove her father an hour east to Covenant Health in Plainview, where he was admitted and tested positive for COVID-19. Anyway, the story goes on, and it goes on, and the whole family wound up getting sick due to COVID-19. And Francisco spent 15 days on a ventilator and 54 days away from Muleshoe in the hospital, and was wound up from Covenant in South Plains Rehab Hospital. Anyway, Francisco is back at home, thank goodness. He's a little weak. He's on oxygen and using a walker to get around. He's lost around 50 pounds, but his doctors say it was indeed a miracle, and his family attributes his recovery to the power of prayer, his medical team, and mostly to the man upstairs. In ending the story, the story says the ordeal also gave the family a testimonial they want to share about COVID-19. "Please take this seriously," his wife said. "Wear a mask. Be considerate of all elderly people out there," added Francisco. "The family's been through a lot, and they don't wish it upon anyone else." But go read the entire story. It's quite long, from the Plainview Herald, available. We put the link up to their website and the story where you can read it all in our Twitter feed, Channel 6 Muleshoe. You can find it in our Twitter widget, bottom left corner of the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Well, on Tuesday, January 12th, earlier in the week, the Lady Mules beat Dimmitt 49-22, and now they are at 4-2 in District 3 3A action. So congratulations to the Lady Mules, and keep it up, as they won 49-22 Tuesday over Dimmitt and are 4-2 in district action. The Mules varsity team fell to the Bobcats 45-40 and are at 1-3 in district action. They will play again Friday, January 15th in district, beginning at 5 p.m. here in Muleshoe against Denver City. JV Lady Mules and Mules both in action at the same time, simultaneously at 5 p.m. here against Denver City. Then at 6:15, the JV Mules white team will play versus Denver City at the same time, the varsity Lady Mules are playing New Home. And then at 7:30, the varsity Mules will take on Denver City here in Muleshoe. All that district action except that varsity Lady Mules game against New Home, which will be here in Muleshoe as well. Then next week on Tuesday, January the 19th, all the basketball teams, all 4 of them will be in action at Littlefield. And 5 p.m., the 2 JV teams, Lady Mules and Mules, 6:30, the Lady Mules varsity, and 7:30, the varsity Mules against the Wildcats at Littlefield Tuesday, January the 19th, so good luck. Mules and Lady Mules powerlifting meet will be in Dumas on Saturday, January the 16th. Also going on January 16th, Sudan Speech Tournament and the virtual band All-State audition. So good luck to all those participants from Muleshoe. Also, we might want to mention that Friday, they will begin the first day of after-school softball practice for the Lady Mules softball team. Don't forget that the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program is always in need of your time, volunteering, delivering meals for them, or also your financial support. If you would like to do either of those things, you can call the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program. Judy Kaufman, she's the Bayley County Senior Aging Officer here at our Bayley County Courthouse, 806-272-3647, or you can send your donations to the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels, Suite 110, Bayley County Courthouse, 300 South 1st Street, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. Again, or you can call Judy Kaufman, Bayley County Office of the Aging Director, 806-272-3647. Well, on your prayer list today, please remember Connie Alanis, who's battling cancer, along with her husband, Robert. Remember Lisa Oftenkamp and Joe Bledsoe, Carolyn Kaufman, Luella Isham. Remember Cleta Robertson on your prayer list today, Missy Spratlin, Betty and Gary Freeman, Eddie Morris, Carol Neal, Joshua Rodriguez. Remember Ellen Ladd and Melbourne Tom Bratcher, Carolyn Johnson, Kim Bells, Gladys Black, Kearney Scoggin, Buck and Lynn Campbell, Jeremy Combs, Bonnie Carpenter, Mary Nell Bleeker, Margaret Berman, Maureen Hooten, Betty Noble, Joe Jinks, Pat Nichols, J.W. Harrington, Sally Ellis in our Parkview Nursing Care Center, Leonardo Aviles, Wynn Cantwell, Marjorie Morgan, Lewis Wayne and Wanda Schaefer, Walter Marie Boness. Remember Wanda Cockerham. Remember Marcia Rasco and her family. Remember Royce Turner and Joe Phelps, along with Donald Phelps. Keep on your prayer list today Evelyn Ziegenfuss, also Francisco Gonzalez and his whole family. Of course, we read that story from the Plainview Herald about his battle with COVID-19 along with his families. Bruce Fuller, keep Terry Burton on your prayer list today, and Haley Box, Irma Leal, Eddie Morris, Gladys Williams, Lucilla Flores, Gladys Black needs to remain on your prayer list today. Robert Montgomery, Matthew Alicon. Remember all the pastors and church boards here in our Muleshoe area, all those making decisions at our senior center. Of course, it is still closed now. All those that are leading our school and city and county, our governor and our president, along with our president-elect, all our local business owners and employees. Remember Dennis Fleener and his staff at the Muleshoe Hospital. Chris and Tion and all of his staff at the Parkview Nursing Care Center needs to remain on your prayer list today. Keep all those that are grieving the recent loss of a loved one, including the family of Nellene Dent. The family of Martin Martinez needs to be on your prayer list today. The family of Tony Tucker Bruns. The family of Seferino Sierra needs to be on your prayer list today. The family of Don Chilo Vasquez. The family of Lehman Jacobs needs to be on your prayer list today. The family of Jay Gleason and the family of Judy Lambert. Please keep all these grieving families on your prayer list. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by the First Bank, along with Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs, along with all our archived ones, free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Big guns and tall ships. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bayley County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bayley County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at BCECOOP.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
Gary Harper of Liberty is musical.
I played the cornet, the bugle. I started to learn how to do bagpipes. My instructor says I'm a great bagpipe player. The definition of a great bagpipe player is somebody that knows how to play the pipe but doesn't.
When he graduated from high school, he hiked around Europe. In 1973, when he joined the Army, he went to language school to study German. After language school, he was stationed in Germany.
And I told my captain, I said, if you let me live off post, I can learn more dialects than what they taught us. And so they let me live off post. My idea was to learn it well enough that, I could fool people. What a way to serve your country, and meet a whole bunch of neat people, made a lot of German friends. Got to meet a lot of interesting people in that time period. They would send the linguists to the big NATO parties because most American officers don't speak a second language. So they'd send us to, in my case, it was to Munich whenever they did something, and just talk to Germans and other people.
He got interested in guns and is the proud owner of an impressive arsenal of Gatling guns and cannons. He ended up working in movies as an arms expert. He worked on The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise.
And they wanted to use my Gatling guns, but they didn't want me to go with them. And I said, well, they don't go anywhere without me, because they were going to New Zealand. So they sent me to New Zealand for a month to make sure the guns worked. And so I'm in the movie, in between the two guns, in a sergeant's uniform as the American advisor to the Japanese army shooting these two Gatling guns. I was there for a month making it work. We shot it in a day and a half.
Later, he worked for a company in San Diego.
A film company that built Iraqi villages on military bases. I did mine on Camp Pendleton for the Marine Corps. They called it the Infantry Immersion Trainer. We called it the Kill House or the Tomato Patch. We built a village inside of a bigger building. We controlled night and day, smells, sounds, all the stuff you use in Hollywood to provide a real experience for these troops about 40 days before they'd be sent into combat.
Gary Harper of Liberty spent 21 years on tall ships and finished requirements to become a sea captain. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with The Sound of Texas.